Now, joining us to analyze the chances of the teams to the World Cup is a long-standing sports writer, former editor with Complete Football, Complete Sports, a certified football coach and sports broadcast marketer with the Star Times Media Group, Qazeem Elegbede. I hope I got the pronunciation right.
It's fine.
Okay.
Good morning, Solomon.
Good morning, Qazeem. Let's look at it. Italy is not going to Russia. What does that mean? How do you look at that?
That for me is the biggest disappointment of the whole qualifiers. Yeah, you could say USA losing out to countries like Panama, you know, but when you look at Italy, I mean, I wasn't born the last time they failed to make the World Cup. That was in 1958. And ironically, it was in Sweden. Yeah. Now, it was the same Sweden that prevented Italy from going to the World Cup. And kudos to Sweden. You can't take anything away from them. If you played against an opponent for 180 minutes, you call yourself Italy, and you couldn't score a goal, you deserve not to go to the World Cup. So, Azuris, they find themselves to blame.
What does the World Cup without Italy mean?
Come on. World Cup without any country, even Brazil that has never missed World Cup, if they fail to qualify for the World Cup, the world goes on. World Cup will remain World Cup. Whatever it is, a winner will emerge at the end of the day in July 2018. So World Cup, people will still enjoy it. Are you not going to enjoy the World Cup? Nigeria is there. There are 5 African countries there. Are you not going to enjoy the World Cup? With or without Italy, we're going to enjoy the World Cup. For me personally, I think one of the teams that could have eliminated Nigeria as free to make the World Cup. So for me, it's even good that Italy are not there.
Nigerians are happy, I guess.
Well, I am happy. I don't know about others, but I'm happy. But yeah, you look at the Italian team, the last World Cup, they couldn't even qualify from the group stage. And you look at what happened to them during Euro 2016. And then this one, the qualifiers, against Spain. Yeah, you expected that Spain would most likely qualify. But if they had a coach who knew his onions, you know there was no way you could actually defeat Spain. So the result will be between you and others. But they lost 3-0 to Spain in the second round of their qualifiers. And that's why they came second. Even coming second, we thought the draw was favorable to them, playing against Sweden. Over 180 minutes, over 2 matches, Italy couldn't even manage a goal. You look at their defense line. Very, very experienced, but, I mean, geriatrics. You talk of Buffon, almost 40 years old. You talk of Chiellini. You talk of Bazzagli. All these guys, they are, I mean, they have gone past their prime. And then you look at the attack. Who are there? Inexperienced players. I wonder what happens to Pele, the guy who played for Southampton a couple of seasons ago. Yes, he's playing in China now. Why would you not incorporate such a player with his experience, a proven goal scorer? Look at how Mikel Obi and Odion Igalo. They also played in China. But when we have crucial matches, they play and we've seen the impact. So I can't just understand what's going on in the head of the Italian coach that I couldn't incorporate this guy. And then throughout yesterday, he kept Lorenzo Insigne on the bench. That's Italy's most talented player of the current crop.
Does it have anything to do with the quality of the Italian league, it seems?
No, absolutely not. It has everything to do with the decline in Italian football since they won the World Cup in 2006. You know, that was like a bolt from the blues. Nobody expected them to do that. But since that time, they went to South Africa. What happened? They couldn't even qualify from the group. They went to Brazil 2014. They couldn't qualify from the group. So it's a decline that has been ongoing now for more than 10 years and which they have not properly addressed.
Right. Let's come to... we have a situation in Sweden now. They're asking for an Enyama situation. Zlatan has retired from international football. Now Sweden has qualified. And everybody in Sweden, almost everybody in Sweden seems to say, Zlatan should come, Zlatan should come. Do you think this is the right move? They have qualified without him. Why do they need him at the World Cup?
I wouldn't blame them. Zlatan is an enigma. The thing is, I want to see when he comes back from his injury, because this is the longest injury spell he's ever had in his career, and he's not a young man anymore. I want to see when he comes back, probably end of this year or January next year. Let's see how he performs up to the World Cup. If he's still this Zlatan that we saw last season with Manchester United, I would say yes, he should be in that team. Come on, Sweden cannot be led by only Toivonen. They're not going to get the goals. They were just lucky to have met a very poor Italian side. I mean, it's unheard of that Italy will play against any team 2 matches and they couldn't just manage a goal. Sweden did the professional job. They won on their own ground, and then they came to Italy yesterday and they packed 5 buses Italy just couldn't manage. I mean, so they need probably, they would need Zlatan. But which Zlatan are we talking about? Is this Zlatan that we saw last season or the post-injury Zlatan? I wait to see.
Well, a vindication for using Mourinho there. You can pack the bus when you need it tactically.
Definitely.
Let's come to Africa now, the African qualifiers. Senegal. Somehow, well, it seems bizarre to a lot of us, South Africa had it in the kitty, then suddenly a FIFA ruling says, no, the match has to be replayed. Has FIFA been fair to South Africa in reversing the outcome of the qualifiers in such a way that Senegal has had to qualify ahead of South Africa?
First, I have to point out that it wasn't just reversing that result. In fact, they didn't even reverse it. They cancelled the result as that the match should be replayed. So it wasn't the reason why South Africa didn't qualify. Don't forget, Cape Verde defeated South Africa home and away. I mean, looking at the pedigree, if you want to go to the World Cup, you can't be losing to Cape Verde. Not even one match, and we're not talking home and away. And that's what did South Africa in. And then, if truly there was no foul play, I mean, you defeated Senegal 2-1, and then you're still playing at home, and you lost 2-0. What does that tell you? And again, the referee that was indicted by FIFA has not come out to defend himself. There is court of administration for sports there to go and make your case.
But it's a bit odd that there is no evidence, at least in public space, that the referee was induced or he fixed the game or there were external influences.
Solomon,
you ban the referee for life for a wrong call that occurs all the time.
Solomon, let me ask you this: if you were that referee, what will you do? Will you just remain silent?
I will clear my name. I will go to court.
Exactly. What has that referee done? Nothing. In my opinion, silence in this case is an admission of guilt. FIFA has no obligation to bring the allegations, to bring the evidences to the fore until a court of competence, asks them to do so. And what will make that happen is when the referee comes out and says, no, I'm going to fight this, I'm going to clear my name. This referee has not done that, which means there might be plenty that miss the eye. And for me, it's not an issue. Like I told you, South Africa do not deserve to go to the World Cup. Losing to Cape Verde, for me, killed all their chances.
If South Africa does not deserve to the World Cup, does Nigeria deserve to go to the World Cup?
Come on, a team that found itself in a group that had 3 World Cup finalists from Brazil, 2014, Algeria, Cameroon, Nigeria. 3 of us were there. And then when the draws were made, Nigeria was ranked 3rd in our group. And then the Super Eagles made easy meat of all these permutations and qualified with a game to spare. I mean, it's the best qualification that Nigeria has ever had in all our 6 World Cup successful campaigns. So you can't say, there is no way you can argue that Nigeria did not deserve to go. I mean, we qualified as the first African country to get to the World Cup, beat Egypt to by a couple of days or thereabouts, because Egypt also qualified after match day 5, which means they also had a game to spare. So if a team from such a crack group could qualify with a game to spare, how dare you now cast aspersion to their achievement? No, nobody. In fact,
I am not casting aspersion.
Yeah, because when you query, do we actually merit? It's like you are saying maybe we're lucky. Nigeria Super Eagles were not lucky. They deserve to be there. They earned the right to be there. What remains now is how will they perform?
One last question. Nigeria prepares for this World Cup against Argentina tonight. What do you expect? Lionel Messi is not there. Nigeria has lost severally to Argentina. What do you expect in this game?
Well, for me, I think this might actually be a dress rehearsal to the real thing in Russia. Why do I say that? Nigeria has been to the World Cup 5 times. 4 out of those 5 times were grouped with Argentina. 1994, 2002, 2010, and 2014. So law of probability, that's 80%. So we have 80% chance of being grouped again with Argentina for Russia 2018. So whatever happens in this friendly, it's going to allow the coaches to learn a couple of new things about their teams. It's not going to affect what is going to happen in Russia, especially if we meet Argentina again. I'm hopeful that our boys will come out and do us proud, because for me, Nigeria, Senegal appear to be the best hope for Africa going to Russia 2018. But of course, we can't discontinue Morocco. Nobody even remembers that Morocco did not concede a single goal in the qualifiers. And they did their job by beating Cote d'Ivoire in Abidjan, 2-0. That's how they sealed their ticket. So, I mean, Africa have some cracking teams going to the World Cup. I only hope they carry the form and then don't lose their head, because that has always been Africa's bane going to the World Cup.
Thank you so much there, Qazeem Elegbede, long-standing sports writer, football coach, and now sports broadcast marketer. Well, that's all of sports this morning.